Hello dear automation experts, this is Vivek from iMacros Pro. Today we'll be learning how you can automate deleting IGTV videos on Instagram. So we'll be taking a step-by-step process and we'll be learning everything that we need, including all the tools that you need and all the code that you need. It is very simple, so let's begin. The first thing that we need is iMacros. It is a web automation extension that can be found on Chrome, on Firefox as well as Internet Explorer. Today we are working on Chrome, so let's do that. We search for iMacros for Chrome. We will get the first link and we will add this extension to Chrome. Add extension. We will wait for it to be downloaded and installed, and once it is installed you can see you get a icon here that says iMacros for Chrome. When you click on it, you will see the iMacros window pop up. Congratulations, we have iMacros installed. We can close this. So what iMacros lets us do is, it lets us record an action and then we can replay that action. Today our task is to delete IGTV's videos from Instagram. So let us first go to Instagram. I have signed into my account already. You can do that on your own. Once you do that, let's go to our account and to our IGTV section. I've uploaded a few random videos just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so let us see how iMacros helps us. We have a few options here. That is, first is play and the other is record. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to record our actions of deleting one IGTV video. Alright, so we're going to click on record macro, and as you can see it starts recording. There is a little bit of code already. We'll come back to it later on. So first of all, what we are going to do is we need to open our IGTV video, go to options, click on delete, and it asks us, are you sure you want to delete? And we are sure, so we click on delete. Right, and that's about all that we need to do. So we stop the recording and it shows us the code that was needed for doing so, and we save as and close. So we have two options, save and close or save as and close. Pardon me. When we click on save as and close, we get an option to rename the file. So we will rename this as, let's say, delete IGTV. Alright, we click on OK and we have our delete igtv.im file. Alright, so let's go to our IGTV section and see if the video is deleted, and yes, it is. Right, so let's have a look at the code that did that. So first of all, we right click on it and we click on edit. Let me zoom in on the code. So this is the code that is responsible for deleting IGTV videos. If you look at the first line tells which version of iMacros we are using. Let it be there. The second line tells the browser to go to this URL, and the URL is instagram.com/access-to-marketing/channel. /channel is where our IGTV videos are, on this URL. Right? So this will be specific to your account when you will probably see your username instead of access to marketing. Alright, so we need that. So our first step in this tool is to go to our IGTV, and that is being taken care of by the second line. If you look at the third line, we can see that it clicks on a UL element that has a text 0. You might not understood what that is, so let's see what that actually is. If you go to our browser, we right click on our first video and click on inspect element. We'll see that the inspector jumps up, right? We right click and inspect once again, and we can see that there is a UL tag here, UL class equal to ln-un, and if we double click on it, it expands and there are further elements inside it. So basically what our code does is it clicks on this UL element, right? So if we look at the next video, see, if I hover on the A, it highlights this video, right? And I expand it, and there is a div inside it there is another div and then another div and so on, right? We can see that the UL element is missing from the previous one as well as this video. That is because if we hover on it, we get the UL tag. Once we stop hovering, the UL tag disappears, right? So in a way it is inconsistent because the browser won't automatically hover on the video. So what we do is we select something that is more generic. So that is, in this case, it is this A class, right? If you look at this video as well, both of them are separate elements. The first one is A class equals to underscore bz0w, and the second one is A class underscore bz0w. So this is more consistent. If we had more videos, we'll have more of these tags, right? So let's use this in our code. So instead of clicking on the UL element, we'll make it click on the A element, right? And the attributes would be, instead of txt, we'll write class, and the class is this. So we double click on it, right click and copy, and instead of 0, we write the class name. Alright, so looking at the code again, the first line tells the version of the iMacros. The second one tells to go to our IGTV channel. The third one tells us to click the first IGTV video. The fourth line, let's see what the fourth line does. But first, let us go back and open up the first video so that we can see how the next line works. We open our first video. Now, according to what we did, we clicked on this button, right? So let's inspect what the code, HTML code, looks like. We right click and click on inspect, and this is the code for that. As we can see, we have a span that is a class of something something, and ARIA label of more options, right? So let's have a look at our code. So what our code does is it clicks on a span that is a class of this and double ampersand a ARIA label of more options. This SP stands for space, right? So since we are already clicking using the ARIA label more options, we can probably eliminate this line where it says class, right? If it's there, it's not a problem, but just to make it the code more readable, I'm getting rid of that. right? So as we can see, so tag position equals to 1, type equals to span, attribute equals to aria label with more options. This is what we'll click on this button. Alright, once we click on that button, we have a few options, and the option that we selected was delete. Let's check that in our code, and we can see that it clicks on a button that has the text of delete, right? Let's see if that is what this button is, and as we can see, it is a button and the text written on it is delete. So that is great. Once we click on delete, however, in our code it did not record properly because it missed the last line. The last line was to delete this button as well. Click on this button as well. So we repeat the process again, we right click and inspect, and we can see this is the same thing. It is a button that has the text delete. So instead of recording that, what we can do is we can just copy the previous line and paste it here. Alright, so we save and alright, let's look at our code again. The first line tells the version. We go to our IGTV channel, we click on the first video on our channel, we click on more options, then we click on delete, and we click on delete again. And that is how our steps do look. So this, our code is complete. However, there is a small step missing. What iMacros does not do is it does not record the timing differences. So basically we'll have to feed the wait duration on our own, right? So currently it does not wait even a millisecond. So as soon as it completes the previous command, it will go to the next command. However, if you look at the working of the system, we can see that once we click on the video, there is a slight delay, and then it opens up the page. Then once you click on the more options again, the pop-up takes a while to open. Similarly, with clicking on the delete, it takes a while for the delete post to pop up. So what we are going to do is we are going to introduce a small delay between each action. Alright. So in our code, what we are going to do is we are going to write WAIT wait, that indicates that it needs to wait, and we tell it how long does it need to wait. In this case, let's say they need to wait for 1 second. Alright. So we write seconds equals to 1. Now what this would do is it will go to our channel, click on the first video, and then wait for a second. Right? Once it waits for a second, then it clicks on more options. However, after clicking on more options, we need it to wait 1 more second as well. So we just copy this line and we paste it here and here. Right? So what this does is what we really wanted to do: open our channel and delete the first video. Alright, so we save this and close. We go back to our home. Now, since we have 2 IGTV videos on this channel currently, let's try deleting both of them. Right, we go to our play section where we can play whatever code that we have written. Right now we just have the delete IGTV. If you look at the code, this is what it looks like. Right, so play macro will just play the entire code once. However, we want the entire code to be played more than once. So what we do is we come to the second section, which is play macro repeatedly. Right, so we select how many times do we want it to run. So it goes from 1 to 2 because we want it to run 2 times. Right, so instead of clicking on play macro, we click on play loop. Right, so let's see if that takes care of the problem. We click on play loop and we are running. I'll put it on this side and we can see the first is opened. Click on delete, delete, done. It goes again, it takes up another video, it clicks on delete, and done. Wow, that was fast. So let's have a look at the IGTV section, and voila, both of our videos are deleted. Isn't that great? Using just simple 9 lines of code, out of which everything was already there, we are able to delete as many IGTV videos as we want. All we need to do is select the number of videos that we want. Here, let's say 10, and we play the loop, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and if you have any request related to iMacros that you want, please share it, and I'll be happy to make videos for all of you. This video was created on request of Charles Marche. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. I hope this video is helpful for you and you are able to delete all your IGTV videos. Bye bye guys, have a great day. Take care.